Sarah, come on. Come on, Sarah.
Sahar, officer.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Sit down, please. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. I need you to stand up. You brought your phone in here? That's not allowed. Please take your phone outside. Please raise your right hand. Don't sit down. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Have a seat, please. Let me see your ID, please. Thank you. Do you have your passport with you?
No.
Oh, you didn't bring that? Now, did you have a copy of the passport?
We do have a copy of the passport. It should be in the initial packet.
All right, let me take a look.
then
You
just
should always bring the original with you.
Let me know when you want the medical.
Yes, I'll let you know as soon as I'm ready for the medical. These addresses don't match. So you have a Missouri address on here, but your husband has a North Dakota address. Why is that?
He never updated his address.
So did you ever live with him in North Dakota?
No.
No? Okay. Did you ever live in North Dakota?
No.
So why didn't he update his address?
There was something wrong with with the DMV and changing the address because of the type of driver's license he has.
Okay. Is he trying to fix his address?
Yes.
Or does he actually live in North Dakota and you live in Missouri?
No, we included a letter that explained us trying to fix it.
That's what you're giving me
That's what I
earlier?
referenced
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay, all right. All right, I'm gonna wanna see that. Okay, let me see the medical now, please. All right, thank you. I don't know why you just don't submit this with the original application. Forgot to check a box here. That's wrong.
What box wasn't checked, officer?
On page 5. I'm sure there are more mistakes on here. The civil surgeon, yeah, he signed and dated it correctly, that's fine. I'm not sure if you have TB or not. On page 7, he didn't check the right box. Even though that's nothing, if he finds nothing, he still has to check a box that says nothing. I can't just assume that he found nothing, right? He has to actually check the box, all right? And your vaccinations are not up to date, okay? So this is, I'm gonna have to send you an RFE for this. This is gonna have to get redone, okay?
Officer, is there any chance that we could get that RFE today so we can leave with it and get that?
No, I have a lot of interviews. I don't have time to do that today, but I'll get it out to you. You'll have it in a week or so, okay? All right, now let's go to the 485. What's your full name, please?
Sahar Amany Ibrahim.
What a pretty name you have.
Thank you.
Have you ever used any other name?
Sometimes just Sahar.
Okay, and no middle name?
No
Because it's
middle
hard to
name.
say
Yeah.
and people can't understand
They
it.
mispronounce.
They
Call me
mispronounce
Sarah
it.
all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Oh, I apologize. I think I did that too. I think the letters. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sahar? No. How
Sahar.
Sahar. Oh, okay. I'll practice that. All right. What's your date of birth, please?
August 8th, 1991.
Okay. And where were you born?
Bosnia,
Where in Bosnia?
Sarajevo.
Okay. And what's your? Do you have a social security number?
Yes.
What's your social security number?
I just got it. Do you mind if I look it up?
No, you can't look it up. You don't know it? That's okay. I have it in here, and I'll check it with you at the end. Is it 213-874-325?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, yes, that's what we have on here. Sound right? Okay. All right, and what's your address, please?
It is 10900 Manchester Road, St. Louis, Missouri.
That's a pretty busy street. Is that an apartment building or a house, or what is that?
Apartment.
Apartment, but how many apartments are in that?
In the whole building?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. It's pretty big. Maybe like 10,
Okay, okay.
maybe.
And you live there with whom?
My spouse,
What's his name?
John Rob Smith.
His middle name Rob? No, I don't think that's his middle name. You want to tell me again? What's his middle name?
Robert?
Oh, right. Yes, he goes by Robert. Okay, all right. And what's his date of birth and when was he born?
September 13th, 1990 is his date of birth.
Okay. And when did you two get married?
April 11th, 2020.
So April 11th? I thought you said March.
No, it's April.
Can you give me a copy of the marriage license, please? I don't see that in here. Okay. Oh, it is April 11th? Okay, so your husband doesn't know when he got married?
Dates are not his strong suit. He tends to forget.
Officer, the license was issued in March, but the actual wedding wasn't in April, so it's a little confusing, probably looking at the...
Okay, well, he didn't make that very clear. He should know when he got married. We'll give him a chance to explain that, okay? He got his date of birth. Okay, all right. So tell me, how'd you two meet?
So I was here on an F1 under an athletic scholarship.
So F1 or a J1? I thought I saw something in here about a J1. Did you ever have a J1?
Yes, the first time I came to America, I was here as a nanny.
Do you have that DS 2019, counselor?
I don't have the DS 2019 on me, officer, but on the initial packet, the copy of her visa does say not subject to the 212E home residence requirement.
Yeah, that's true. I saw that, but that's not the same as the contract, the DS 2019 contract that I need to verify that, right? The visa's not enough. So I gotta do an RFE anyway for the medical. I'm gonna do an RFE on the J1, okay?
Get that to our office as soon as you can.
Okay.
How long did you stay on the J1? How long
9 months.
9 months, okay. And what did you say you did?
Nannying.
You were a nanny, okay. And then did you go back home and get the F1, or what happened exactly?
So there's a 539 approval in the file, officer.
Okay, so she did a change of status while she was in the United States? Okay, all right. Go ahead, so you were here at school. What school were you at?
Lindenwood.
Okay, and what were you studying, and what year was this, please?
I was studying HR.
Okay.
And what year? That was around like 2019, beginning of 2019.
That's when you started school?
That's when I started my F1, yes.
Okay. I only see one I-20 in here. Do you have the other I-20s?
Yes, officer. Here's
A bunch of I-20s. Okay, all right, great. Yeah, I need all those. That's always good to have, okay? So that way I know you've been here the whole time. All right.
And that's for both the HR program and the nursing program.
Perfect. Oh, right, because you became a nurse, right. All right, so tell me,
Nursing HR, actually. It's a combined program.
I've never heard of that. It's very unique. All right, so with the I-20s, so when did you finish school? Did you finish school?
No, I'm still going.
You're still in school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you got married, you were still in school?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're still on the F1 now? You're still in status right now?
Yes.
You're still in it. Okay, all right. All right, so how did you meet Mr. Smith?
Joe, he worked as a student worker at the college, and every time I would have any questions regarding my F1 status, for my classes, what I need to register, he would be very helpful and talk me through the process. He helped me figure out my program and everything. And then one day he asked me out, and we went to Texas Roadhouse.
Is that your first date?
That was our first dinner.
Well, I want to know about your first date.
We met up earlier prior to that to this place called Sip and Go, and we got some drinks there, sodas specifically.
Okay, and when did you fall in love?
We kind of went on a couple of dates, and then we started really dating for about 3 or 4 months, and the first month I knew I loved him.
What'd you love about him?
He's kind, does the barbecuing.
He likes to barbecue. Who
Yeah.
cooked last night?
I don't remember. I did. I made chicken.
What kind of chicken?
Just chicken?
Just chicken?
Yeah.
He said there was a specific kind of chicken that he liked. It was his favorite. Do you know what his favorite chicken is?
Yeah, it's this weird sauce. I don't know what the term is in English.
Okay.
But
Okay.
he taught me how to make it.
Who does most of the cooking in general? He barbecues and you
I do baking. I like baking.
usually like baking? Okay, he says you do most of the cooking. Why would he say that?
Because he works crazy hours and stays late. So when I
crazy
get
hours.
off my current job, I tend to prepare dinner for myself and make extra for him.
So crazy hours, so how often do you see each other each day?
Well, I mean, we
Right.
see each other in the mornings before work, and then I go to school, and then I go to work after my classes, and then he'll work till about 6. My classes end around 9, so we'll kind of meet each other up at like night essentially, and then we
So you don't
really-
see each other that much, really?
during the school, like during school season, yeah, no. But like when it's breaks, we just do fun things.
Like what kind of fun things do you do together?
We like rock climbing. We go to we joined a softball team with his work. It's really cool. I didn't know what softball was until he introduced me to it. Taking walks. I like movies. That's kind of how
What's the last movie you saw together?
Better Call Saul.
Oh, is that a movie?
No, it's a show. What do you
Oh, okay,
call
so
it?
that's a show you watch, but I want to know what kind of movie,
Um,
movies you like, and what's the last movie you saw?
We like cartoons. I saw Frozen 2 last.
Cartoons, and you saw that, just the two of you?
Yeah, we went to the movies.
Which movie theater did you go to?
The one on Manchester,
Mm-hmm.
Esquire, something AMC, something.
Okay. So tell me about your apartment. How many bedrooms do you have?
We have 2 bedrooms, living room, a nice kitchen for my baking.
And who else lives with you?
Just me and Joe.
Okay, and what's the second bedroom used for?
Well, we have a computer there, so I use it for Skyping my family, and I don't know, I like knitting, so I
Oh,
have
you
my
knit in there
knitting
also?
supply there,
Okay.
so.
Okay. And who is at your wedding?
Well, we didn't really have a big wedding. We just invited some close friends.
Like who? Who's there?
And his parents, friends, a couple of my husband's friends.
Are you
and
looking
then-
at notes?
No.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because I want to know from your recollection.
I had 2 of my best friends join us, and there was 3 of his friends, and then his parents and his sister.
Why weren't your parents there?
They're in another country.
I know, but why didn't they come for the wedding? Wedding's kind of a big deal.
Well, because of COVID, they couldn't travel. There was a travel ban to the U.S. And then our goal is to plan a big wedding after kind of COVID slows down and, the borders open for travel.
Did you have a honeymoon?
No, we didn't do any travel.
Nowhere? Even in the U.S.?
No,
Okay. Why is that?
because we want to save money for our big wedding.
Okay. Have you ever been denied admission to the United States?
Not that I recall.
Counselor?
No, so that would be if you ever came to the border and the folks at the airport or CBP said no, you couldn't come. As far as I know,
I don't think so.
Okay. Have you ever been denied a visa to the United States?
I tried to apply for a visit visa because I wanted to check out the nannying company that I was thinking about applying for.
And they said no?
Yeah, they said no.
Counselor, that's not on here. I don't see that on the addendum. Would you please make sure you update that as well?
So it should be on the initial application. We said no to that question,
No.
but
Yeah, you did say no. You said, have you ever been denied a visa? And it says no, but she's just admitting now that she did get denied a visa.
okay, we'll update that, officer, with the request for evidence.
Yes, please. I also see that in the State Department file right here. So thank you for that. Have you ever worked in the United States without authorization?
No,
So after your J1 and before your F1, you didn't have any employment? How'd you support yourself?
my parents sent me money.
Enough to live off of?
Yes,
Oh,
just
wow.
basic necessities.
Must be nice. That's nice to have parents who can pay for that. Have you ever been in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation?
No,
Have you ever had a J non-immigrant exchange visitor visa who is subject to the 2-year foreign residency requirement?
I had a J1, but I was not subject to the 2-year residency requirement.
Okay, so the answer to this is no?
Correct.
That's correct, officer.
Okay,
Well, it's a two-part question. The J1 is yes, but the 212 is no.
right. Well, that's one question on here. I'm just reading the question. All right, so I need the DS 2019. I'm also going to need to update my, I'm going to send you an RFE for all this, okay? Have you ever been arrested, cited, charged, or detained for any reason?
I received regular parking tickets at the school I go to because they have a weird 1-hour parking thing. I pay them regularly. I was not arrested, but I got a ticket for a broken light on my car that I didn't realize.
Okay, I only see the broken light. I don't see the parking tickets on here, counselor.
Well, officer, those are from a university police department, so it's not technically a citation. We do have the records of her paying that if you'd like to see them though.
Yes, I would. And is it clear that it's from the university?
Yes.
Because sometimes those are issued, but okay.
Lindenwood Parking Services.
Okay, okay. I'm not as worried about the parking, but some officers are, and we'd like to know the number, how many you have, so you should be careful with that. What about citations? Any other tickets? Speeding? Never had a speeding ticket?
Not that I recall.
And here's the case that prints out showing no speeding tickets.
Okay, I might need the DMV records for that as well, but as long as it's taken care of. I mean, there's nothing outstanding, right? You don't have any tickets that you haven't paid or any citations that are outstanding. Have you ever committed a crime of any kind, even if you're not arrested?
No.
Have you ever pled guilty or been convicted of any crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever been ordered punished by a judge or been a defendant or an accused in a criminal proceeding?
No.
Have you ever violated any controlled substance law in the United States or anywhere in the world?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of 2 or more offenses?
No.
Have you ever illicitly trafficked in drugs or people?
No.
Are you the spouse or child of someone who's done that?
No.
Okay. Have you ever engaged in prostitution or procured any funds from prostitution?
No.
Have you ever engaged in any activity that violates or evades any laws relating to espionage?
That's silly. No.
Do you know what espionage is?
James Bond?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. Exactly. Okay. Okay, so the answer to that is no.
No.
Okay, have you ever engaged in any activity in the United States that violates or evades any laws prohibiting the export of goods from the United States?
No.
Engaged in any activity whose purpose includes opposing, controlling, or overthrowing U.S. government by force or violence?
God, no.
Engaged in any other unlawful activity?
No.
Have you ever committed, threatened to commit, attempted to commit, conspired to commit, incited, endorsed, advocated, planned, or prepared any of the following? Hijacking, sabotage, kidnapping, political assassination, or use of weapons or explosives?
No.
Have you ever participated in or been a member of a group or organization that does those things? Have you ever recruited members or anyone?
You have to say no about that.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Thank you, yes or no. Thank you, Counselor. Have you ever provided money or anything of value to anyone who does that?
No.
Are you the spouse or child of someone who does that?
No.
Okay. Have you ever assisted and participated in selling, providing, or transporting weapons of any kind?
No.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, or any other situation that involves detaining people?
No.
Have you ever been a member of or participated in any group or organization that uses weapons of any kind or transports weapons?
No.
Sold or provided weapons?
No.
Have you ever been a communist?
No.
Have you ever been a Nazi?
No.
Or involved with Nazism or
No.
communism? No. Have you ever been involved in acts involving torture, genocide, or the killing of any person?
No.
If I'm going too fast or you have a hard time understanding me, make sure you tell me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have you ever intentionally severely injured anyone?
No.
Engaged in any kind of sexual contact with someone without their consent?
No.
Have you ever limited or denied someone's ability to practice their religion?
No.
Have you ever received public assistance in the United States? Do you know what I mean by public assistance?
This is what we talked about when we met before the interview, Sahar, that it's not, there's a certain definition of what it is, it's means tested, and it's not what you received to qualify for that.
No.
And here's the explanation, officer.
Yeah, what is this exactly?
It was supplemental health insurance thing.
Okay.
It's not on the list of means tested public benefits.
Okay, was this in Missouri or Illinois?
Missouri.
But you never lived in Illinois. So it was Missouri. What about North Dakota? You never lived in North Dakota either. Okay, so
No.
this was all in Missouri. Okay, and it wasn't means tested? That's what you're telling
That's
me?
correct, officer.
Okay. Have you ever submitted fraudulent or counterfeit documentation to any U.S. government official to obtain or attempt to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
Have you ever lied about, concealed, or misrepresented any information on an application or petition to obtain a visa or any immigration benefit in the United States?
No.
Now, when you first entered the United States, you said you entered on a J1,
Yes.
right? But before that, you tried to come to visit?
Yes.
Okay, I see on this application here, you said you knew someone named Antoine Harama? I can't really say that name. Does that name sound familiar to you? Did you know that person?
Yes, it's my ex-boyfriend.
Oh, were you coming to visit your ex-boyfriend or were you coming to check out J1? What were you coming to do?
Checking out the nannying service. I was
Were
very
you-
worried because I would have had to move for a long period and live with the family. So I wanted to meet the family in person, hang out with the kids before I do any of that.
But that's not what you told them when you were trying to get your visitor visa. You mentioned you wanted to go visit this boyfriend. Were you trying to do both?
They asked me if I knew anyone and I listed him because we were dating kind of virtually, never really met in person until when I came to visit.
Oh, I see.
And
I
officer,
see.
there is
Yes.
another section on the DS-160 that lists that she was checking out the nannying programs. It's two separate sections on the DS-160.
Okay, okay. Okay, just want to make sure we have that clear. Have you ever falsely claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or in any other way?
No.
Do you plan to practice polygamy in the United States?
No.
Are you accompanying another foreign national who requires your protection or guardianship but who is inadmissible?
No.
Have you ever assisted in detaining, retaining, withholding custody of a U.S. citizen child? You don't have any children, right? Have you ever voted in violation of any federal, state, or local rules? Okay. And you've never been in the military, right?
No.
Okay, let me go get Mr. Smith. I'm sure he's wondering where we are and what we're doing. I'll just have a few follow-up questions and then we'll be wrapping up, okay?
Okay, thank you.